I will be talking about whether dual socket computers are worth it in 2024, specifically for my use case of hosting a game server. So here's my use case. I wanted to upgrade my Minecraft server. It was an old Lenovo ThinkCentre computer with an i5 4590 and 16 gigabytes of DDR3. The problem was the Minecraft server kept crashing randomly due to a server expectations error, which is linked to not enough server resources being available. Therefore, I needed to either upgrade the computer or build a new one. I've already partially done that with 2 sticks of 8 gigs DDR3, totaling 16. So just add 2 more sticks, make it 32, right? Right, until you realize the OEM Lenovo motherboard only has 2 DDR3 DIMM slots. Therefore, I would need to buy 2 16 gigs DDR3 sticks, which are basically non-existent, and the ones I could find were $100 CAD, which I just can't justify spending $100 Canadian on ancient DDR3 hardware with DDR5 becoming mainstream. At this point, I've decided that I'm buying/building a dedicated computer for Minecraft hosting. In my mind, servers should have ECC RAM for maximum stability. At this point, I came across the world of X99 motherboards off of AliExpress, which has been modified by Russian hackers, some of them even having dual sockets. I might as well get a dual socket motherboard, not totally because I need the extra CPU performance for a Minecraft server. It could be used for future needs of the server maybe. Also, having dual sockets has a cool factor to it, together with the relatively low cost of Xeon E5 2600 processors being not more than $30 to $40 per CPU made it hard to resist. Also, the additional RAM and PCI expansion on them made me stupid not to buy it. With 140 Canadian dollars down the drain for 64 gigs of 4 16 gigabyte sticks of SK Hynix ECC DDR4 RAM, should be plenty for Minecraft. Which leads me to the CPU choice I made. For 2 14-core E5 2697 V3s for $60 CAD. But when they arrived, they turned out to be 8-core E5 2667 V3s, and I messaged the seller, and the seller gave me a full refund on the CPU part of the order, not the shipping though. I paid $16 Canadian for 2 Xeon E5 2667 V3s, which by my quick math is dollars a core, which is obviously insane value, even if they're a decade-old processors at this point. They are a welcome upgrade over an i5 4590 and 16 gigs of DDR3 non-ECC RAM. Since the dual socket motherboard I got is a weird EATX form factor, I need the cheapest possible EATX PC case in my area of British Columbia. In this case, the one that fit all these parameters, the Montech Air 903 base for 86 Canadian after taxes and shipping, coming with 3 pre-installed 140mm fans. Quick update, while trying to clean out the case for this project and get all of the B-roll shots, I ended up dropping the computer. Which, here's the raw footage. I dropped it, damaging the door and popping everything off. This front plate is completely snapped. Luckily I don't have any hard drives, but jeez. Holy. This is how heavy it weighed. It gouged the wooden floor. Holy. Yes! For anyone wondering if the Montech 903 Air base has a great build quality for an 86 Canadian dollar case, I would even call it drop resistant to the components inside. The computer fired up perfectly afterwards, aside from Windows, which called for my password invalid, so I unplugged the Ethernet and plugged it and booted it into Windows, and it worked just fine. Besides the Minecraft server, and aside from it taking 15 seconds to turn on, and my recording software doing this, how is it flickering? It worked flawlessly. In total, I spent 330 Canadian dollars for the server, which I at least consider to be a very good value for the money. And after installing Paper to fix the unrelated ServerNetty IO errors I've been getting, it has been non-stop for 18 days as of me recording this video. In total, Is this a route that I recommend anyone else going with? Absolutely. If your main focus is ECC memory for relatively low cost, like in my use case, I see no other pathway that is better besides live auctions on somewhere like eBay. In my use case, the server build was so worth it for me and has caused no issues for the Minecraft server that I run between me and my friends. And it works perfectly. Alright, that's it. See you next time.